All right, and then if you go to YouTube under this, go on. You see the thing here starts to turn green.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the stream will come live. All right, this is just a preview. I haven't go live yet, so it's just a preview. So it's live. My camera is switched off. Let me switch it on. Oh, okay. Right, and then you can see the camera is live, and then you can see. Who is our new resolve artist over here?
Yes, now we can see this.
Okay, so that's. I mean, once you're done, I mean, you know you want to stream. Go on, go on.
Right.
Question?
Right.
I don't hear anything. So yeah, so once you're done, all right.
Right.
Yeah, then you just
Nice.
go live. Okay.
Right.
Right. So that's how you go live. Any questions about the streaming?
No, it looks good. No.
Wow. Come again?
Look good. Now it's we will be able to do this.
Okay, great. All right. So just want to quickly show you Facebook. I don't really have a channel, but let me go to. The same thing with Facebook. Just have to go to your. Let's say you have a, road cop group, and then just go there, and then you just have to find a key, and then you can just go live on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Okay, that's it for Web Presenter. Let me quickly go on. I'm just trying to cover as many products as I can, so let me continue with. We'll spend the last half hour doing the A10 demo. Okay, so okay, so how good are you with the Terranex? Good,
Sounds
right?
good. Good.
Standard converter. Okay. I'm sure you're very good in it. Is it so quite? Is there a lot of units sold?
Yes, 2D, we are selling 2D and Express. These days, AV is also good.
Great. All right. So just a few functions of the Terranex that you can use for sales talk. Uh, Basically, we have this thing called the pixel motion deinterlacing. All right. You guys know about this?
Oh, this is something.
Right. So in the Terranex, we have the pixel motion interlacing algorithms created for all the progressive. I mean, interlaced frames. Sorry, to be able to sort of process it perfectly so that it looks like it's progressive when actually it's not. Like if you are having things like 1080i or even like 576i, so you are able to do this kind of pixel motion interlacing automatically. Of course, further on when I talk about the Terranex AV, you will understand that all these actually create a bit of delay, and then you will be able to do like low latency changes in the Terranex AV for the delay to be removed. But aside from that, yeah, so the pixel motion interlacing preserves source detail because it's actually getting the frame in a total, meaning to say, when we have interlaced footages, we have odd and even views, right? But they actually place it together to form full progressive scans. So that is what the Terranex does. Therefore, you always, image is always processed in the Terranex. You will get actually a full progressive image. So, for example, let's say if I have a broadcast, let's say in the news or anything that's using 576i, which is 720.576, it'll be good to go through a Terranex and then process it if you have Terranex, and then after that to send that footage out into the broadcast for, when you have all this freezing of frames, you will not be getting this kind of interlacing problems or rather jaggedness. Alright, aside from that, we also have this thing called a cadence detection and removal for the Terranex. So, you guys familiar with this?
No.
Yeah. So for the cadence detection, the removal is basically done automatically as well. Alright. So if you have like a 3:2 aspect ratio pull down, it will cause something like a spiral kind of image that you see on the left. Alright, especially when footages are being converted to 24 frames per second. So cadence removal involves the removal of the 3:2 pull down sequence, so that the 3:2 pull down is applied with the telecine transfer frame at 24 frames per second. So the Terranex 2D and the 3D will remove the cadence automatically when converting the video with a 3:2 pull down to 24 frames per second. Alright, Terranex has another function as well called the noise reduction, which is very widely used because of the amount of noise that it can remove, the surprising amount of noise it can remove from a footage. Of course, not the very bad ones, but with minor noise, you can actually see that it actually removes noises. We call it spatial noise, SPATIAL. So it helps to apply all these noise reduction into the images that are areas of the picture, and the temporal recursive noise reduction is applied to moving areas. So when images are moving, and then they are like if images are shot with too low light, you will see that when the image moves, there's some noise in it, but with the noise reduction, you will be able to reduce it or almost as good as removing it as well. So it provides high quality results as well. So like ATEM, like Web Presenter, we also have FrameSync in the Terranex as well. Alright, so good for any form of different signals coming in, HDMI, SDI, 3G SDI, all the way to 12G SDI. Because their signals are different, sometimes you will get a frame sync issues, and therefore with a frame synchronizer, you will be able to get them widely used together. With the Terranex as well, I think this you should be quite familiar. Image scaling, so you can do zooming in into image, right, and then zooming out as well. So you can actually get them to be zoomed in as well. So the image scaling would be able to do things such as sub-pixel processing, as well as multi-directional diagonal filters, so that all these jaggedness, you see the thing on the left, can be eliminated for a clean looking video. Questions?
No, go ahead.
Alright, aspect ratio conversion. So I think that is common. Changing of the aspect ratios in the Terranex, as well as changing the resolutions, which is SD all the way to 4K. You get up to 1089 different kind of conversions to be able to use in the Terranexes as well. Of course, with the Terranex, you will be getting 10-bit color. 10-bit color of footages in your Teranex in terms of when it comes in, the images are coming in. It's processed through a 10-bit image processing system, and it has extremely high quality deinterlacing and optical quality scaling. So that means that your video is converted in real time, and then the Teranex conversions are going to look different from what the original source video looks like. Alright, with the Teranex, you also have the Proc M controls, and the Proc M control does things like your chroma, your changes, your chroma, your saturation, alright, your RY, your CRCV, all this kind of like adding, maybe you want the image to look a bit red and things like that. So all these are actually, I won't say permanent, but sub-permanent things that you can add on so that it will look the same when you export, or rather you send a signal out to a recording device. For example, let's say if the image becomes red and you record it in the HyperDeck, then the red image will be recorded as well. Alright, we have ancillary data for multi-channel audio, timecode, and subtitles as well. So the Teranex also supports conversion of up to 16 audio channels, plus the timecode, and closed caption VNC data. Closed caption meaning this, which is your subtitles, right? Which is your 608 and 78 subtitles. So the Teranex converters basically are compatible with Dolby encoded audio. So it never has to be decoded or recoded, all over again. Alright, so with Teranex converters, your subtitles and all this kind of like Dolby encoded audio will be retained, so that when you're doing any form of like conversions, they won't be removed. Alright, like what I mentioned, the timecode remains as well, or you can even generate a new timecode. Alright, software controls, you can see that I'm able to do all these controls as well. Teranexes for you to be able to go in and to be able to do the different kind of changes as well. But of course, uh, you can do all this from the front as well, so which I think you should be familiar. So yeah, you're mentioning about the 2D processor. Alright, so it's a 10-bit 422 quality Teranex 2D. Alright, goes up to output up to 2K DCI 24p, and with a power connector, you can also have the backup power with all these stereo inputs as well. Of course, it's good to know that you can get analog video as well, and with that, you can get your FireWire for firmware update. So the Thunderbolt port can be used for capture and playback as well. Are these frequently used in India?
That means Teranex 2D processor can be used as a recorder, capture as well.
Yes. Yes.
Like Ultra Studio Express or Ultra Studio 4K.
Yes, you can do capture and playback of the video and audio
Okay,
in
great,
in the computer,
great, great,
like
great.
your Media Express.
Right.
All right. So the rest are the same, RS422 and that control as well. So then we go to the 3D processor. Which is so more, 3D or 2D?
2D.
Okay. So for the 3D processor, it's a dual link and single link 3G SDI 444 quality. So the Teranex 3D processor is a very basically advanced Teranex compared to the 2D because of the different in terms of the more advanced format and resolutions that you can do. So they are actually doing up to 3G SDI 444 quality, as well as you can even do 3D, which is like your dual stereoscopic 3D as well. With the Teranex 3D, you can do things up to 2K, like I was mentioning. Also, you can do up to 3D, stereoscopic 3D by having two signals coming in. They'll have a left and right, and then they will do frame warping and then alignment of the 3D cameras, so that the final output will be a perfect 3D live, so that your customers or whoever is using this will be able to see the 3D. All right, so compared to the 2D, the 3D has much more inputs in terms of time put in, and of course you have your A and B. So what is the A and B used for? Let's move over there. You can see that the A and the B. All right. So the analog video input, all right, as well as the A and B. All right. So the A, all right, it's a 10-bit signal, so you can actually get up to 2K, right? So it's usable for encoded 3D HD SDI input as well. All right, and then for the output, all right, it's usable for 3D. Okay, remember the 3D is in HD only, so it's not in 2K. So for the 3D, it's only in HD SDI. But of course, with the normal video, it will be 3G SDI. All right. So for the B, which is much different, the 10-bit SD, HD, 3G SDI, right? It's usable as a dual link HD SDI for 422 or 444 connection, or 3G SDI, HD SDI 444 or 2K. Alright, and it's also usable for dual stream 3D right eye input. So if you have a 3D image, right, you will have your left eye on A and your right eye on the B. Alright, but if you're not using 3D, then you can have both of them to go in, so that it actually forms a dual link signal. Alright, so a dual link HDSDI signal to, to form a HDSDI 444 connection.
Okay.
Alright, so your signal, you also have your analog signal as well, time put in as well as your audio input as well. I'm speeding up so that I can cover more stuff, but stop me if you have questions. Okay, with your Terranex Express, something that is basically the cream of the crop, of course, before the Terranex AV came out. So you have your Terranex Express in 12G SDI, like I mentioned, 1089 conversions, but not much of a audio input in this. You can actually see that in the A you have 12G SDI, and then the B you have the 6G SDI. So this is just to double confirm, or rather to highlight that both of them are not 12G SDI. In case the customer, mistaken it. All right, so you can actually get things like optical fiber as well. Of course, the SFP module, you have to purchase it. And no, I covered Terranex Express. So the Terranex AV. All right. Have you sold any Terranex AV yet?
So we have sold almost 3-4 units of Terranex AV as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. Excellent. So Terranex AV, yeah. So I'm sure you're already quite familiar. So I'll just speed up again. So basically, the Terranex AV has a HDMI 2.0A input and output as well. Therefore, it covers up to 4K HDR, high dynamic range. Alright, allows conversion from HDMI to SDI, SDI to HDMI, right? And SDI inputs A and B for dual link 6G SDI input. So similar with the 3D, you are actually having you're actually allowed to have two A and B, which is both 6G to form a 12G signal. So you're actually linking them up together. Alright, supports up to 2160p60. Alright, two selectable 12G SDI inputs. Alright, you can use SDI A or B as a video source. Alright, of course it's one or another. Alright, you have to choose.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, the quad 3G SDI output to split UHD info to 4 HD signals. Alright, so that's very good for video walls that have like 2x2 HD signal as well. So in this menu system, you will be able to choose whether you want to do quad link or quad split. Alright, something like that. you can have a wall, right? And then you will have four 3 GSDI signal coming in, all right, to do separate feeds, all right? Or if you have one 12 GSDI and then you choose quad split, then you can split up the image into four different images. So basically, this is basically each video wall. There are four video walls here. It's 3 GSDI, but they came from a 12 GSDI signal. How, how is it so far?
It's good.
All right. All right, at the back, you can see there's supports of the usual audio inputs, your analog as well as your RCA, and then you have your USB-C connector. So you can see that most of our newer products are running on the faster USB-C connector, as well as accepts the Blackburst or tri-level reference input as well. All right, so with the new reference model menu, sorry, you can actually choose whether you want tri-level or Blackburst. You just want to go into the menu system, select the internal output, and you want to generate Blackburst or tri-level from the menu system as well. So tri-level normally is for the 1080p and above. If for 1080i you're using Blackburst or tri-level, but of course if you're using PAL, which most of the maybe most of your customers are using, they are using Blackburst. Alright, so tri-level is progressive and interlaced, as well as it's supported depending on the progressive interlace you're using. So it allows Terranex AV to be used as a test signal generator as well. Alright, so there's a built-in video test patterns where you can actually use for testing in terms of to do color bars or even 1K tone, something like that. You can generate test patterns, 1K tone, 3K tone for usage in the multicam environment. Alright, yeah, so I was talking about this just now. Remember all the things I was talking to you about, the cadence removal, alright, the what you call that, the pixel motion, the interlacing. So with the low latency mode and the high quality mode, when you choose the low latency mode, you will have 4 frames of less delay. Alright, but with that, then you remove all those functions that I just told you about. So you are actually having a good enough image that doesn't require any of this processing. So you can actually choose low latency mode for live cameras. And then if you want to use the cadence removal and all that, then you can choose high quality mode. So you can actually choose from here, going into the menu system, under the system setup, under processing, you can actually choose whether you want low latency or high quality. So two
In
frames.
low latency, does it change the resolution?
No. It just removes all the automatic add-on functions that used to happen in, like, say, your Terranex Express and things like that. Remember in the beginning of this slide, I show you all the different add-ons that you can have.
Fine.
Yeah, so it's just a removal of that functions. That's it. It doesn't tweak your resolution at all. Okay. Okay, allows users to select the input source as the video. You are able to do still store, so you can actually do freeze frame of a certain video frame that you want to do in the middle of the show. You can actually use it to display logos or in between presentations of show. Or let's say you want to play back a still image of, let's say, maybe a celebrity or president or whatever it is. You can actually do a still store. So what you can do is you go into system setup, go to still frame, and then you can capture the still frame so that you can use it later on. But just bear in mind that the still frame, all right, the resolution is the native resolution of the video. For example, if I'm capturing in let's say 1920 by 1080, then the still will be 1920 by 1080. If I'm capturing in 4K or 380 by 3840 by 2160, then the image will be 3840 by 2160. Alright, so you can actually go and hold any current frame and then after that show it live, right? And then of course just a new add-on of showing the firmware version of the Teranex AV in the system menu as well. Alright, so these are the scenarios, how you can actually use the Teranex, which I think you should be quite familiar with, post-production as well as doing it in post recording as well. Questions about the Teranex?
Hello.
Any questions?
No, go ahead.
Alright, if not, then I'll move on.